What's up, guys? Thank you all for clicking on this video and watching. If you enjoy watching these videos, tell your friends, go down there, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I really would appreciate it. On this video, I'm going back to 2024 like I did on my last video. I did get some footage that I just hadn't edited yet from 2024. So this is one of those videos. I'm hunting an area that I had scouted probably 2 or 3 years ago, had not been back since. And let's just say I really am glad I went back in there, because I did end up seeing a lot of different bucks, including the encounter with this one, and I end up killing a buck in this video. So hope y'all enjoy. What an unbelievable hunt. Been a weird season this year, but I do have a nice buck down from Arkansas, and I'm looking forward to this hunt here. You know, it's late October. That buck I killed in Arkansas was on a hot doe. There was 2 bucks chasing her, like chasing her hard at 11 o'clock in the morning. She was clearly in heat. Now I'm up in Missouri and hoping for the same type of luck. It's starting to get that time of year where the rut's on and it's time to kill some bucks. It's starting to break daylight. I decided I was just going to sit down right here and, you know, at least for an hour or so until it broke light. See if I can't get eyes on any deer down in this river bottom, and then make a play from there. I really prefer getting up into a tree, so it might be 7:45 or so before I get into a tree and make my decision, but it's about 7:40. Finally got settled in here. This was not really where I was initially wanting to set up. I had an idea of going in here a little bit further, over to the next drainage. But as I'm walking in here, start noticing these big giant white oaks. There were some rubs along the way, and then I stumbled upon this scrape right here. And there's a little bit of a transition here behind me where it's like open timber to kind of thicker timber, and then right below me is a big gigantic river bottom. It's supposed to be a southeast wind, which would mean the wind would be coming up from the river bottom. So it just made sense to me that a buck would be cruising this lower side of this ridge, scent checking this whole bottom. That's the idea anyways, but we'll see how it plays out. It's a beautiful morning, man. Couldn't ask for a better setup. There's a giant. I'm going to interject quickly here. I was doing some creative editing, was zooming in on the footage and moving the frame around a little bit just to capture him spooking. But in real time, as this video is rolling, I had no idea that that buck had spooked. I actually didn't know where he went. I only saw him very briefly making a rub, and that's about right when I pressed record and zoomed in. I saw him making a rub, and then I was trying to get my camera ready. I didn't realize the buck was actually walking to me, as a matter of fact. The buck was walking to me, and then I'm assuming he got my wind. It was pretty swirly. I was down in the bottom, but just wanted to clarify. This point, real time in the video, I honestly had no idea where this buck had went. I had no idea that he had spooked. As a matter of fact, got down out of my stand pretty early and sat up in the bottom and hit a couple grunt calls. I did actually have a deer come in behind me, but I doubt it was him because he had crossed that river bottom all the way to the other side, probably in the timber, I would assume. But I had no idea what was going on in the moment, real time. Only once I saw the footage and started messing with it on my computer did I realize that he had spooked. Really, really cool buck encounter. I'd love to be able to shoot a buck like that on public land. I'm going back into that piece of public that I hunted where I had an encounter with that big boy. But this time I'm gonna set it up a little bit different. It's the same kind of wind, it's more east today. So I'm actually gonna go across the creek. So that way my wind is not blowing down into that bottom. We'll just kind of see how it goes whenever I get in there and see how she plays. But it's only 11:30 right now. I'm leaving. I'll get up there really, really early. I'm really excited about this spot and trying to really kind of narrow it down and figure out how to hunt them in these river bottoms. Well, it's 4:20 and I'm finally settled in. This is my second setup. I was set up a little bit further down there in the timber, but it didn't really feel right. So I moved on down. Sometimes I get an urge where I'm a little rushed just to get into a tree, and I was kind of just picking along in here till I found a spot that looked good. And I know that I wanted to be on the edge of this bottom. That seems to be where all the bucks are bedding, is down in this thick crap in the bottom. So that's where I'm at. I'm right here on this edge. Meh. So mad. He was about to get right where my scent line is, because I grunted and he was down there in the bottom and he heard it, and sure enough he came downwind. But you can see he was going right there to my scent line, so I probably rushed the shot just a bit. I had an opening to his vitals. I hope he's dead up there. I can literally see blood covering my arrow from here with my binos. And he's been making all kinds of thrashing noise, so I'm just going to sit tight here and let that play out. This blood trail is pretty good. There he is. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Absolutely terrible shot. It's kind of embarrassing, but it did work. It looked like he bedded up here. There's just blood everywhere. There's blood over there. And then he might have just fallen down the hill here, but buck down, baby.